Christianity has always been tested by fire. From the very beginning, those who follow Jesus have faced opposition, persecution, and even death. But through it all, their faith has shone brightly, a beacon of hope in a world often shrouded in darkness. This unwavering faith is what we remember and celebrate. It's a testament to the power of belief and the strength that comes from standing up for what is right, even in the face of danger. The stories of these Christian heroes and martyrs continue to inspire us today. They remind us that even in our darkest hours, faith can give us the courage to persevere. They teach us that true strength comes not from physical power, but from an unyielding spirit rooted in the love of God. These stories are not just tales from the past, they are powerful reminders for us today, urging us to live our lives with the same courage and conviction. We will look at the lives of two such heroes, Dietrich Bonhoeffer, a German pastor who stood up to the horrors of Nazism, and St. Stephen, the first Christian martyr who gave his life for his beliefs. Their stories, though separated by centuries, are linked by a common thread: unwavering faith in the face of adversity. These stories will inspire us to find strength in our own faith, no matter the challenges we may face. Dietrich Bonhoeffer, a young German pastor, found himself living in a time of extraordinary darkness. The Nazi Party, with its hateful ideology, had risen to power in Germany. They preached hate and intolerance, targeting Jews and anyone who dared to oppose them. Bonhoeffer, a man of deep faith and conscience, couldn't stay silent. He knew that the Nazi ideology was fundamentally opposed to the teachings of Christ. He saw the evil that was spreading, poisoning the hearts of his people. Bonhoeffer became a vocal critic of the Nazi regime, speaking out against their persecution of the Jews and their attempts to control the church. He used his voice, his sermons, and his writings to challenge the Nazi ideology. He spoke out against the racism, the hatred, and the violence that was engulfing his country. He knew that his actions were dangerous, that speaking out against the Nazis could cost him everything, but Bonhoeffer refused to be silenced. He believed that his faith demanded action, that he could not stand by and watch as evil triumphed. He was a shepherd, and he would not abandon his flock to the wolves. Bonhoeffer's courage was not the absence of fear. It was the decision to act despite his fear, to stand up for what was right even when it was dangerous. Despite the growing threat from the Nazi regime, Bonhoeffer refused to abandon his homeland. He believed that he was called to stay and resist the darkness that had descended upon Germany. He knew that leaving would be easier, safer, but he also knew that it would be a betrayal of his conscience, his faith, and his people. Bonhoeffer felt a deep sense of responsibility to his country and to his fellow Christians. Bonhoeffer actively participated in the resistance movement against the Nazis. He joined a secret group working to overthrow Hitler's regime. This was dangerous work, fraught with risk, but Bonhoeffer was undeterred. He risked his life to save others, to bring down a regime that embodied evil. He helped Jews escape Nazi persecution, using his contacts and resources to smuggle them to safety. He was a beacon of hope in a time of despair, a testament to the power of faith to resist even the most formidable evil. Bonhoeffer's actions were not just those of a political dissident. They were rooted in his deep Christian faith. He believed in the sanctity of all life, in the inherent dignity of every human being, regardless of their religion or ethnicity. He saw the fight against Nazism as a fight for the soul of his nation, a fight against an ideology that sought to extinguish the light of God's love. In April 1943, Bonhoeffer's involvement in the resistance was discovered. He was arrested by the Gestapo and imprisoned. Even imprisoned, facing an uncertain fate, Bonhoeffer's spirit remained unbroken. He continued to minister to his fellow prisoners, offering them words of comfort and hope. He wrote letters smuggled out of prison that became testaments to his faith and his unwavering belief in the power of love to overcome hate. Bonhoeffer's imprisonment was a stark reminder of the price of courage. He was a man of peace who found himself thrust into a world at war, a man of faith forced to confront the depths of human cruelty. Yet even in the darkness of his prison cell, Bonhoeffer's spirit shone brightly. On April 9, 1945, just weeks before the end of the war, Dietrich Bonhoeffer was executed by the Nazis. His death at the hands of a regime that embodied evil was a tragic loss. But Bonhoeffer's legacy lived on. His writings, smuggled out of prison, became a source of inspiration for millions. His life and his death served as a powerful reminder that even in the darkest of times, faith can give us the strength to resist evil, to fight for justice, and to love our enemies.